Hello, I'm back today to discuss with you guys a little bit more about my life story and a little bit of my background and my childhood up until this moment. I wanted to discuss with you guys basically when I was 3 to 7 years old, I would go to Mount Hermon Church. It's a Christian church. My background is Christian. My grandmother brought me up in Mount Hermon Baptist Church in Opelika, Florida. Basically, me and my little sister would go. We would look very nice. There they had a nice cafeteria dining area where before then we would communicate and pray before, and they would also have nice meals that they would feed us there, like corned beef hash, different meals. Basically, they had a restaurant in the church. My grandmother would send us to church, but she never went. She probably went one time. And as she went, I used to say, "Grandma, why you don't go to church?" She'd say, "Because she doesn't go to church because at the end of the day, her church is in her heart. She don't want to go to church. Church was in her heart." My dad background was Catholic, and he was a pastor also, and a healer as well. When I was 8 years old, I had appendix taken out. I was complaining about stomach pain with my grandmother, and my grandmother said by in the morning, if you're still complaining about stomach pain, you're gonna have to go to the hospital. And when I went to the hospital, we found out that it was my appendix. So they removed my appendix, and I believe 1997, I believe. So yeah. When I basically was 10 years old, and I mentioned this incident about me being on house arrest and stuff, and making the mistakes that I made, it was in reference to I wanted to follow through with you guys on what was the resources they gave me and my grandmother to help me improve. In Opelika City Hall, it was a department called Crime Prevention, and there they would involve us in sports and positive things and group therapy and stuff like that to get us back on track. And there is where I did gymnastics. We did different sports there too, and we were able to travel in Orlando and different places like that, and we had a good time in big parades too. When I was little, I liked to go to the ice skating ring with my grandmother and my classmates, because with my classmates, if they would behave, my grandmother would basically let me take a couple of my classmates with me on my journey to the skating ring. And one of those friends of mine was Kimberly and Natalie, and we would go to the ice skating ring together and have a good time. My grandmother would sponsor them. Also, I remember my mother was married to a Colombian man. I don't know if it had anything to do with citizenship, but she was married to a Colombian man, and either way, he was pretty wealthy. He has a lot of mansions, and I don't know what the situation with them, but I haven't seen him in a while today. But when I was little, his mother would take us out, and we went to his home where his mother was there, and she had a nice big mansion, a pool in the backyard. And she asked me and my little sister, "So where do you guys want to go?" And we were like, "The youth fair." And as we went to the youth fair, we had an awesome time. I mean, we got everything we wanted at the youth fair, but I wound up getting lost. And as I wound up getting lost in the youth fair, I noticed that I was looking for them and they were looking for me, and I wound up on the skyscraper. I wanted to get on that specific ride because me wanting to get on that Pacific ride, I could be able to look down and find them or look for them. And as I'm looking for them in the sky, in a little skyscraper thing, I look down and I'm like, "Hey, Valley, hey, oh yeah, I'm up here." And it didn't work. So they were standing by security looking for me, and it was like, "Oh my God, Elsa, we were looking for you everywhere," when they finally found me. And yeah, so I wanted to tell you guys about that. I also liked it go-karts when I was little. And yeah.